So good day everyone. I am here in front of you today to talk about the effects of the harmful chemicals. So first, I am Alice Hamilton for today, and Alice Hamilton is a pioneer American toxicologist, physician, and an occupational health expert. And she also has influenced the development of occupational health policies and labor laws aimed at protecting workers from toxic exposure. So her research led to a new safety regulation in industries handling such as the lead, mercury, and arsenic. So,
did you know that everything is made of chemicals? That's right. Coffee, bacon, your goldfish, even you. It's all chemicals. Most chemicals are harmless, but some need handling with extra care. Hazardous chemicals can cause a real problem, especially when workers are regularly exposed to them as part of their job. OSHA, the Occupational Safety Administration, develops standards and regulation to protect workers from chemical hazards and toxic substances. This course covers what employers need to know, including identifying and controlling chemical hazards and providing workers with the information they need to stay safe.
So OSHA is a federal agency in the United States that plays a crucial role in protecting the workers from a chemical hazard and toxic. And then Alice Hamilton's pioneering research on occupational health significantly influenced the policies and regulation that OSHA upholds today. So first, before maingan sa effects sa kanilang toxic chemical, mag-talk sa ta a little bit kung saan siya mga chemical. So, first chemical is the arsenic. It is a naturally occurring metalloid known as the poison of kings. Arsenic was widely used for covered poisoning, particularly during the Renaissance. Arsenic also exists in two main types, the organic arsenic or the less toxic, and the inorganic arsenic, which is the highly toxic. And arsenic is still utilized today in certain agricultural practices as a trace mineral in livestock feed, demonstrating its complex role beyond toxicity. So, bisag, toxic chemical siya, kaya na siya gamit sa agricultural na aspect. So, since nahisgutan naman na pwede siya magamit in agricultural aspect. So, question, if arsenic is added in livestock feed to promote growth, how does it affect both the animals and the human who consume their meat, and do this oppose any boundaries? Nice one, sir.
Kenzie.
Axel Rosa. Ay, ang ginagamit tayo sa agricultural na aspect ng arsenic na types. Since naman tayo duhang mga types is ang katong less toxic, which is katong organic. So, ito nga yun.
Siguro naa siya effect sa both humans and na-effect ang mag-consume sa kanang kuan sa like na-effect katong highly toxic ko lang ganito na kuan organic ang siguro naagapon since toxic ang gapon siya pero less lang compared to organic.
So, natin point, since isang pa siya less organic siya, pag as the time kuan na nagsigaw pakauna ng livestock of less organic, mag-accumulate na siya, hanggang sa mayroon siya o organic, highly toxic or katong inorganic na type of arsenic. So, before ta magkuan kay na ko yung mga questions. Kasi gusto mo ba naman tayo?
Kaya lang.
Ako na yung stop.
Walay tugtog.
Happy birthday. Sige, tapat na.
Stop na.
Bon. Naka-answer na ka? Wala ka, wala ka. Hashtag. Hashtag.
Can you name any ways toxic chemicals might enter our environment and affect humans, animals, or plants? Can you name any ways toxic chemicals? Pag nag-enter naman dito sa environment, just like na-consume na to siya, so mag-toxic siya, and then maka-affect siya sa buwang. Katong pag-explain good before na, katong sa food chain good na, ang mga animals is nakakaon siya o katong mga toxic na ano, tapos makaon siya sa tao. So, cycle gapon siya nga naka-affect sa
Aside sa katong yung actually main or enter sa ato is actually mga sources no if asa makita which is arsenic makita po siya sa contaminated groundwater, surface water, and infected soils. So ang iyang health effects is maka-cancer siya and liver disease and metabolic failure. And if severe exposure ka sa arsenic, it can lead to coma or death. So, kali siya ka-picture kay ganun mga naka-yellow dala kay mo na siya mga highly arsenic na mga lugar or taas o mga sources na lugar. So, second na toxic chemical is the lead. So lead exhibits zero Thomson effect, meaning it does not absorb or release heat when an electric current passes through it, and it is a rare property among metals. So lead stability in compounds make it suitable for corrosion-resistant coatings and safeguarding various structures. Lead is also a pervasive environmental toxic with no known beneficial role in the human body since makaharm po siya sa plants as well as sa animals and humans. Since dili pareha mo sa arsenic is pwede siya magamit as a trace material sa agricultural aspect. So, paano lead kaya wala siya kanayong marang benefit sa maka-benefit dito, maka-benefit ani nga chemical. So, ang iyang common sources is ang lead pipes, lead-based paint, and batteries. So, ang iyang effect is that it affects also the nervous system, causing fatigue and sleep disorders. So, if na-expose kagmay sa lead is that it can lead to constipation and abdominal pain as it affects gastrointestinal system. So, third na toxic chemical is ang mercury. So, mercury is a unique among metal group as it is a liquid form at room temperature. So, organic mercury compounds like methyl mercury is accumulated in seafood since na-discuss na siya ni Ms. Borjal at Tanyage. And then, it poses a common exposure risk for human. Mercury has been used in various cosmetic and medieval preparation, historically leading to harmful health effects. So, in history, in 18th century sa England, na ay mga mercury-based na mga product na gina-use for treatment sa mga acne. But unfortunately, this practice also result in negative health consequences due to mercury's toxic properties. So, naay sa Kay ginagamit daw siya kay para mawalang acne, nga pang anti-aging and then or pang lightening or whitening. So, makaharm. Hindi ban siya atong nangatay kay harmful po sa ano. So, na ako yung question, since na yung madali na nga nasa liquid room ang mercury, yun na may ano, in-idea man no, or no, kapag sa answer. Wala? Okay. So, roll your rata.
Yan lang, nakos sa meeting. Dahil lang yun, sorry.
Si Bukhaw. I think, Jokoan, gamay. Pero, nain niya to. Wala to ang isa. Esmeralda.
Why is mercury liquid ang liquid at room temperature? So first, kaya ang iyang electronic configuration. Ito siya itong certain I think 6S na nag-contribute sa iyang liquid siya. Then another is iyang bonding. Medyo weak siya mga liquid.
So, correct, no? Iyang bonding is kaming weak iyang chemical bonding sa between atoms, no? Pag nasa sa room temperature, mag-liquid siya, pero pag higher na kayo. Solid na siya. So, mga nang ginagamit siya sa thermometer katong sa una, di ba? Ginagamit man ang ginagamit man ang mercury sa thermometer, di ba sa una? So, sources ng mercury is industrial waste, seafood contamination, since tama siya, makakuha mo siya sa mga isda, mga highly mercury, mga fish, mga tuna, mga isda. And then, its health effect is that it can affect child development. And then, severe exposure is the brain damage or kidney failure. So, the picture is, ano din siya, tumagos ay na mercury poisoning din siya, dito sa nagtawag sa Japan in 1950s. Kaya ang tawag na disease is Minamata disease. So, nakuha na siya kay, ikalat na siya kay nagkaon ang parent or ang bata o mga highly contaminated na or middle mercury contaminated seafood. So, no na, ang isa niya ka-health effects is makakos siya sa child development. So, next. So, next toxic chemical is the cadmium. It is primarily found in Earth's crust, occurring naturally as a mineral, often associated with zinc ores in a smaller amount in lead and copper ores. So it is widely used in various applications, most notably in nickel cadmium or NIC, rechargeable batteries. So cadmium can also leach in soil and water sources through industrial waste and improper disposal. So, ang iyang sources is that it can be found in the batteries, fertilizer, industrial waste, and fresh water organisms such as shellfish and contaminated food. So, kung siya pala siya sa mercury nga found ni mga toxic chemicals. So, it can cause kidney damage and bone weakening. So, naman po yung other example sa cadmium poisoning, which is the Itai disease. Ngayon, nabugyan ko sa Japan, kay senior po ng case sa katong Minamata disease na mga sila mga contaminated na mga food or seafood. So, as you can see, since health effects is bone weakening on ang mga kuba ang bata or tao na sa picture. So, the next toxic chemical is the petrochemical. Petrochemical are chemical compound derived from crude oil and natural gases. So, oil spills and petrochemical discharge from surface films on water bodies, obstructing affecting sunlight and oxygen penetration. So when burned, petrochemicals produce nitrogen, sulfur, and carbon into the atmosphere that contributes to the air pollution. So, nakakuan mo, naka-experience ba mo or kaning science experiment na pag ikuan niyo ang water o ang oils is sa yung kuan, hindi mo siya ma-mix. So, mao na ang isa sa mga toxic chemical is kaning petrochemicals kaya hindi man siya basta-basta ka na mawala gani mahalo siya sa tubig, lagi na sa tubig. Since malutaw naman siya sa taas. So, if magka-oil spill sa ocean or any water bodies is kaning makuha niya ang kaning sunlight and ang oxygen penetration. So, ang sources is that oil spills, industrial waste, burning fuel. So, ihang health effects is air pollution that can cause lung diseases and birth defects in pregnant women exposed to petrochemicals. So, oil spills can also kill marine life. Carbon emission contribute to global warming. So, dapat siya cause ay effects. So, parehaning example na po sa Deepwater Horizon oil spill, ito ba siya lugay na, centuries na. Ang kuan ani is ay barko or something sa kanimuto, niya nag-flare siya o kaning gallons of oil. So since na man kagaling na nga, dili mag-mix ay nara sa taas ang oil, so maraming tabo, magkita sa picture, kanang murag mantika dara, mantika. So, dili siya, dili siya dali ma-eliminate na chemical kay it takes time kay sa ako nabasa is centuries nang nilabay so nagapuan niya kung sila then bagang siya naapektuhan ng mga living things kay para ng mga marine life kaya mga isda nga nasa napuyuan nga tubig and then kaya napoy mga birds kay napoy ibang birds ang ilhang what ay food resources kay napoy sa kuan so pag buwan sila aning kaninga tubig or kaninga dagat so makakaon sila itong mga oil spills no so maka-affect sila ka ng health. So at the last toxic chemical is the DDT pesticides or the dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. So it is a synthetic pesticide developed in 1940s during the World War II. So it is commonly widely used in its effectiveness in killing disease-carrying insects such as mosquito kay katong World War II is kaning murag ang malaria sa ilaha murag something na common or so mo ni na-create ang DDT pesticide. So because of its harmful effects, the US banned the DDT in 1972, leading to a wildlife recovery. So ang health effects niya is that it can cause liver cancer just like the other toxic chemical and reproductive harm that leads to vomiting, nausea, and tremors. So ang environmental impact niya is that it affects birds like bald eagles and peregrine falcons that weakens their eggshell. So that's
Birthday to you.
National flag.
Yatag ang ano.
Toxic chemicals occur naturally or are they human-made? Para sa ako, man-made siya. Example sa mga
Sa sa katong unang mga chemical, asa dito ang human being.
Ano, dito.
Arsenic, mercury, egg, cadmium, chemicals, okay.
Kaya sa paano sa ito human-made siya. Ito sa sa makatakal bagal ka lang about sa Asian sa ako pwede natin sa tama habits.